I forgot to add myself to the stream. That's I'm not used to doing this alone. I'm used to jumping on slightly early and then yakking for a bit and then coming on late. So this actually proves that the other people, it's usually their fault when I go on late. Because look at me, I'm on time. Well, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes off instead of 10, 15. Those other people. How's it going? 100% Earl Cup Hulk Smash. Yeah, the 40th birthday He-Man was pretty dank. I'm guessing that's good. Is as the kids say these days, or is it bad? Sam, what's going on? Quinn, what's happening? The E-Man. Happy Sunday. Oh man, it's one of those days. I almost didn't want to get out of bed today. It's we had to do some grocery shopping. So I had to get out of bed. But then when we got back, I almost thought, Veebs is out of town. Maybe I'll just go back to bed. But I didn't. So Veebs headed up out of state. Riley Bob, what's happened? Soul brother? Pretty sure we're all okay with blaming them other folks. See? I read a little slower. There's going to be quiet spots as I'm reading, but now that I think about it, it's been what? Been a year? Over a year since I've flown solo Robo. Yeah, it's got me excited. I bought the last two. I bought 2 and 3. Haven't opened them yet. It's one of those things where, I'm excited. I'm going to grab them. And then the luster kind of wears off. But now that they've shown more stuff and it's showing that we can build a universe, a collection, a display, then yeah, I'm coming back around. We know you just like to make an entrance. I forgot to click a button. I swears. Teeth are never dry. Now I have to make them extra wet just to annoy Wade. Had a play day yesterday customizing. That's always a good day. I think I'm going to build another chrysanthemum. I got another head from somebody else, and I thought, this is a different style, and it doesn't quite fit the body that I used on this one. And I think, and I'm probably not the first person to come up with this, that Marvel Select, or not Marvel Select, that Diamond Select Chewbacca, it may be useful in the limb department to avoid sculpting. Use those thick arms and legs on a Black Series torso, maybe, or I don't know, mix and match some parts. I'm thinking that'll give me a bigger, bulkier chrysanthemum. What's happening, Ray? Solo Robo, Achilles Music Channel. What's going on? When is the Fwoosh going to make a 1/12 Robo figure? It'd just be me buying it. Buying the whole stock. I just have a whole display of the same Robo figure. Robo, did you get the Storm Collectibles Zangief? No, I didn't. I didn't get deep into that line. In fact, did I get any of the Street Fighter? I don't remember. Hello, Mini Plastic Multiverse. Robo, we are about the same age. I just somehow discovered that word from the youth. So hopefully we're using it correctly. I'm not sure. How far back am I? Dino Stone PC. I'm doing okay. I'm sleepy. I don't know why. Not since Robo Golf days. And I actually considered, I've been playing a lot of, This Thunder's got me into playing No Man's Sky, and I'm enjoying it. I don't want to do the story. I just want to fly around in space and barter for people's ships and build things and just kind of explore planets. And I thought, man, that'd be kind of a cool live stream type situation. But I have forgotten how to hook my PlayStation all the way back up here to the PC or the laptop. So no Man's Sky this week. Lazy Sundays. It's been a while. Gardening. I'm afraid to go in the yard. We've had way too much rain. It's muddy. It's soggy. Man, the golf days. Remember, I'd start a round or two, and then ramble for an hour and a half and then have to shoot through the last 6 rounds real quick. Yeah, he jumped into it first, and me and Prod stuck with Grand Theft Auto for a little bit longer. But man, Grand Theft Auto's it's the same thing. We've done it all. I told him when I got to $50 million, it's like, well, I feel like I've topped out in my GTA career. So I grabbed No Man's Sky, and yeah, I'll just put it on and fly. That's it. Just looking at planets. Really wish that LucasArts would use No Man's Sky, but oh, that's what I kind of play it as. Every ship I come across, I'm thinking, oh man, that kind of looks like an X-Wing, or that looks like a TIE fighter, or that looks like Serenity. Okay, so I kind of skew out of Star Wars, but I think the ship I'm flying right now is very Battlestar Galactica. So when you land on the space station and then turn around and blast out, oh, that's some childhood stuff. I have not been able to find a PS5, much to the annoyance of my 17-year-old boy, because he's had the money for it for a year and a half, 2 years, just waiting, and we cannot snag one. How's it going, Smoking Joe? Oh, serious question. Line you've regretted collecting. You know, I cannot really think of one. There's quite a few that I've slowed down on, but honestly, I don't think I've ever well, regret is a strong word, to the point where, oh, I am sick of this line. I'm getting rid of it, sell it off, give it away, whatever. I don't think I've gotten rid of much of anything. I've still got tubs of Toy Biz, and there's Fortnite and G.I. Joe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a lot of that I haven't opened up that comes back and forth, goes back and forth. And I think Masters. But no regrets. It's all plastic. I found joy in it at some point, so I can think back to those days. No regrets. Hell yeah. Did I miss? God, y'all chatting too fast. What's going on? This is such a relaxing Sunday with Robo. Feel like I should be sitting on the porch with a pipe in my mouth. We could be. I could be on my since the weather's finally nice. I've been sitting out on the porch swing listening to the wind chimes, but we've kind of went crazy with the wind chimes. So very very loud, and you just be hearing dongs the whole time and dings, whichever. Robo, is my internet going out? What's going on? How different do you think the secret of the ooze 4-pack would be from the OG NECA turtles? I think there's some. I'm going to be honest, and I've said it many times before. I think I've only seen Secret of the Ooze once, way back when it come out, and I don't remember the exact differences, but the way Veebs talks and other people that they did do changes, the appropriate changes to the body, which I think was just a strap or two or something. I'm not sure. I used to sit outside with my pups while listening to the Fwoosh streams in the spring and summer. Prod actually sent me a picture, yeah, sent me a picture the other day of him watching the last FwooshCast sitting on his back porch with the TV. I'm like, you got a TV outside? That's fancy. After these Lady Death figures, I could use more dong. I read it as dang. Me not wanting to get out of bed this morning, I was on my phone a long time thinking I should get out of bed, but I'll also keep reading here. So I'm half blind today. All right, a figure you've regretted buying, something that was very disappointing. I've been and this is I've been doing this a long time, and that's how it was gonna come out. But I've been doing this long enough that I can look at promotional images or even a toy through the window and go, I'm gonna like that, or I'm not gonna like that. There's been a couple that tricked me though. The Marvel Select Guardians of the Galaxy, and you knew I was coming back to this. This is probably one of my most hated videos where I actually called a figure a piece of shit. But I liked the rest of the team, but then I got to Star-Lord and it was like, "Oh, no. This is terrible. I'm done with this." But another one was okay. Was it Jack Pacific? There was a game and it had that like specter looking black goo with the green translucent plastic in it. I kind of hate that line. I opened it up and thought, "Nope. This is going somewhere else or used for customs or something." There was also that other game line. See what happens when I don't like something? It's out of my mind. I can't remember the name of it, but it's currently still going. In fact, this one. I picked some up for customs, but eh, I I don't like it. I don't care for it. If it doesn't have rocker ankles, that destroys posability from the ankle up. Bandai Stranger Things, that was another one. Yeah, that may be in the trash somewhere. Man, I had high hopes for that for just any kind of just civilian standing in the crowd, but nope. It won't even hardly stand up. I came back around on SHF. I fixed the arm, raised the head, still need to change out the cape, but it's not terrible. It just it's not great. It's not my favorite. Because I can look at it and go, well, I don't regret this because I can I can salvage it. I can use this for parts like this. I'm thinking some of these parts are going to go to a Reaver's Pretty Boy because I'm working on this to go with this. Get my Reavers built out, and then I know this is Reese because everybody talked about that Reese head coming with Skullbuster. Yeah, Skullbuster. But I can never remember if this is Macon or Cole. And I'm making this Macon slash Cole, and I'm piecing together the third member, Macon, Cole, whoever. I was just going to bring up that Hooper. Hopper? Ah, yeah, Apex Legends. They're so plain. It's not very, it's not like Jada Toys, where it was like, "Hey, they haven't made action figures before. Let's see what happens." Oh, yeah. Or when Jazzwares kicked off with the Fortnite line, very, of course, they had some old Toy Biz guys behind it. It's like, oh, but then sometimes you run into that and you think, oh, they just kind of sculpted it and threw articulation at it and hope for the best. Cole is the Black Reaver. Okay. So this is Macon. I'll have to remember that. Are you going to stick with your custom bone breaker? I really like that. I still need to find a big engine block to go on the back, which I may end up, but I'm still going to build the Legends one too, because there's something to be said for that. And then I can't remember if that comes with an engine block. I can't remember if I ran across one the other day. What did I find? I ran across something and then started working on the next thing. Okay. Do you have a doctor's note? A parent's call? Something? This is inexcusable. Super Spock. Hello. We also need the Marauders from Mutant Massacre. So many old school X-Men villains and X-Men we still need. Making pancakes. What are you doing for Mania? I'm probably just hanging out at the house. In fact, we were kind of thinking watching Saturday, early Sunday, and then working into Sunday. But at the same time, I'm not really excited about the card. Yeah, Veebs is on vacation. He's just out of town. Samurai Chris, I am so far. Jobin, did you go on the walk with the dog? I would buy them up as a box set. Box set would be cool. And a new Marvel Legends blob would be awesome. If anybody's listening, we need a blob. No, I saw the Jean Grey tease, but it's from the animated series, so who cares? somebody, and well, there's usually a few people who takes that seriously, but you guys know I'm joking. I just have no connection to the animated series. Punk Rogue, was that the one with the torn shirt? There's a few Rogue costumes I like. Honestly, where'd you go? Honestly, I mostly want to see if Cody shows up. That's where I am. I don't honestly, I could wait till Monday and just look at the results, probably. Hey Robo, what's the latest Mezco you've gotten? That I've actually received. I don't think I've gotten one in a while. The last one I opened, I think, was Conan. There's a few I'm waiting for. It's been a while. Yes, it has. I keep wanting to read Your Name is Thomas Jefferson too. I'm sorry. And then I want to make a president joke. And then, yeah. What's your favorite figure of the year so far? The Felix Toys, not Rorschach. I keep going back and picking that up, and it's just as or no, it'll catch my eye. I'll be walking through the room, and it's standing over here, and it'll catch out of the corner of my eye. I think, whoa, that looks amazing, just standing there. I don't even have to pose it up. Him just standing with his hands in his pockets. Any luck with Hulathon? Our Hulathon, you know, where we go hula and such. Holathon. I haven't even been to Target. There's nothing I'm looking for. I figured Demona will show up later. I haven't felt the urge to give it a shot. I didn't even look at the listings or anything. I don't know what went up Friday. I'm not doing a lot of the turtle stuff until they get into well, even that's not even exclusive. So yeah, I'm not worried about any of that. Oh, yeah. You know what? I completely forgot about the Mayfex Jean Grey. So that'll go in my Jim Lee team. You're in the corner too. Go stand over there. Laser Pants, what's going on? I thought you were talking about Commander Cody at first. Was I talking about a clone? I don't remember now. I don't remember what I was talking about. I really don't care. Hey, you know what? It's kind of I'm more intrigued of what he's going to do after talking so much shit about WWE over the past couple of years. I mean, I think his last promo for AEW had some shit talk in it, didn't it? I'm still waiting for it to be a work. Like he's going to show up and then just Jeff Hardy it, walk out of the ring or something. I don't know. What line has Danhausen? Oh, well, he's AEW now, so you got to think him and Jeremy Padower go back and forth every now and then. So he's got to show up at some point in the near future. It's just toyetic. The tattoos, the face paint, the cape. What the jar of teeth? Oh yeah, I don't know if anyone told you already, but that mystery cog decoder thing is from Savage Crucible, a new toy line coming out. I saw, well, okay, I was still in the dark. My son and I, and even some people I text, we were trying to figure it out. Couldn't find anything Savage Crucible, and then Pixel Dan goes and puts .com after the decoded part and finds the website. I'm like, I am such a dumbass. Why couldn't I have just done that? But yeah, and then I saw they were revealed at Toylanta this weekend. I haven't I haven't had a chance to dig into it yet. I'm hoping that like pretty promotional shots pop up this week, or uh, if they haven't already been shown on their Instagram or website or whatever. Hey Robo, did you get the Star Wars Black Series Throne Room Boba Fett yet? You know me too well. After the SH Figure Arts, I said on camera, well, now that I have this, I don't have to get the Black Series. The next week, I got the Black Series. What can you do? I'm going to take a look at that probably tomorrow. You talking about that BBTS variant of not Leatherhead on the weekly has me thinking, but then again, my wallet's already crying. It's been a rough year already. Man. But I got to do it. Okay, I say that. I've mostly been spending money on customizing stuff. I've actually cut back on a lot. I think, have I skipped the last 3 Marvel Legends waves? I've cut out some other toy lines and stuff. I think I'm down to the bare necessities. And saying necessities when it comes to collecting is it's a strong word, but I got to get my Star Wars. I got to get my customizing stuff, and then everything else. I'm just like extra. That's how I'm thinking of it. But that crocodile looks so sweet. Ooh, I went to Toylanta. The promos looked good. Did they have anything to show plastic wise? Prototype? Anything? Are you going to review SHF Deadpool? Looks good. No, I got to open it up at some point. I saw that somebody linked on the forums to Instagram with holsters because I don't know why is that a thing with Deadpool. I know it's DC, but there's other Marvel stuff that comes with weapons. Why Deadpool no weapons or trigger weapons? And then a neck extension. I don't know if that's necessary. I haven't opened it yet, so we'll see. Oh, I was trying to figure out how to put. You can't fit Wicket Ewok into Boba Fett. Dun, 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 dun. I have the one SHF Boba, and that's the best one for me. It wasn't until after the review that somebody pointed out, hey, he's not supposed to have full kilt. And then I went back and looked, and you think it's got the baggy pants in the show, and you think, oh, that's swaying around. The skirt is accurate, but it's not. He should have just a sash, which is not a big deal. I think I'm going to cut down that SHF kilt, see what happens, but no prototypes, just drawings. Okay. I'm good with that. Gives you at least an idea of what's coming. How deep? Did you fit Sith in there just to catch my? I was like, Star Wars. What? How deep are you in the plunder long and strong? So yeah, I want them all, but I'm especially. I want to see that Ursula. What do you call it when it's squid bottom? I want to see the tentacles. Are those articulated? What's happening there? I'm leaning towards the normal version of Crocker because yeah, it's more realistic, but there's something about the colors pop on the darker with the, the reds and the pinks and the black hat and pants. I've only noticed it with Deadpool. Well, and Legends for a while, they were only having the laser shooties, but I don't know. I want to see how tall that SHF. The problem, I pre-ordered this a while back, and then I found myself pretty happy with the Marvel Legends. They did a fantastic job with that. So I'm not as excited to kick into this as I am other things that are new and different. And my light keeps buzzing. You ever have something buzz and y'all are some chat happy people. Okay. All of my monies are going to Strongs and Longs because you're down to get your plunder on. Sorry, I made the same joke again. I'm more into the plunder Strongs. There's nothing wrong with the big bulkies compared to the long and lankies. Coming soon, Punisher with no guns. He gives everybody noogies. He's like, oh, stop doing your criminal stuff. Oh. Yeah, it's out. I got this imported. I think I got it from Nin Games. So where I got it from? They always hit it with the DHL and through the portal. Have you seen the third-party 1/12 scale Rancor project floating around on Instagram? If so, thoughts? I've seen a couple of those. As soon as I think people were working on it as the campaign was going. I'd like to get one. I don't know if I'd want. There's something nostalgic about the scaled up vintage toy, right? But I think if I were to get one, I'd want one a bit more realistic. Have you seen the Jean Grey? Did they reveal the actual figure or just the art? I really like the original Revoltech Deadpool. Yeah, it's fun. It's I don't know, over the years. I think I've said this when they showed Joker and such that I'm not into no regrets. I don't regret buying any of them, but I haven't been as excited about the line because as soon as it shows up in the mail, I look at it through the window and it's like, let's Rubik's Cube this today. And it's kind of, it seems more like a chore to review than other toys because you have to work with it so much. And then you always get the comments of, you just don't know what you're doing. You have to know how to do a Revoltech in order to pose a Revoltech. I'm like, shut up. It's a toy. Dun, 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 dun. They just revealed the art. Yeah. I'm like I said earlier, I'm not really into the animated series line. I'm pretty happy with the Jim Lee team they've already released. Unless they start making big changes. Well, first of all, Storm's in the wrong costume, right? I mean, that's right off the bat. My beard is terrible today. I'm embarrassed. Don't look at me. Did you see the tortoise van? That's been kind of floating around for a while, right? Is this the first solicit? No, because it was up on some site several months ago, but 5K Toys getting it. Feels a little bit more real. We may stop early if I lose the ability to speak English. Magneto's cape. I replaced that and Batman's cape with the cloth version. Oh, my son actually took the Amazing Yamaguchi stuff. He's been playing with it. So worth every penny. Hey, if he's playing with toys, I'm good with getting them. And I really hate posable eyeballs. There's something you can look at it, it's always crooked. You cannot get them straight, no matter how long you mess with them, and then you realize 45 minutes later that it's not happening. Or I'm just being too OCD about it, and I have to put it away. I have to get out of my face. Oh, with the Fortnite links starting to pop up, you think Hasbro will finally announce something? Yeah, they announced that wave. Has that wave shown up? Oh yeah, Preternia did have some in hand, didn't he? The next wave, and now with Metal Mouth and Man Cakes, I've got that Amazon link saved because I need man cakes. Have you ever thought about getting into statues? Nope. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have window shopped them. I've admired them from afar. I've walked through the sideshow booth at San Diego going, "Wow, these are amazing." But I need to put my own poses to it. I need that feeling of nobody else in the world has this exact pose. Not that I need something unique or different. It's just it's what I want to put on there. Plus, statues are expensive. Everybody's all, well, you should get some Hot Toys. I have a couple. I don't want to. I don't want to buy anymore. I don't want to spend that money, and then put them in a glass case or just pose them delicately because I'm afraid of messing up a 200, 300, $400 toy. I'd rather tear the shit out of a $25 toy. Do what I want with it, or $85 toy, whatever it may be. I would love to get a great Spider-Man Noir. You got to think that that's the next big import one, right? They've done Spitter and Miles and a couple of Peters and Gwyn's and Hams. So Noir has to be on all their lists. Let me know when Metal Mouth and Bushranger show up at your Walmarts. That way I know it's only 6 minutes to show up at mine. My Walmarts are pretty well stocked with Wave 1, which only showed up in the past month or so. I hadn't seen any of that stuff in person. And then all the Walmarts have a shelf stacked all the way deep with Wave 1. Yeah, but that's how all the Amazon listings have shown up in the past few weeks, hasn't it? It's like, oh, limited supply, no pictures, gone. Then you got to wait for the actual solicitation. I'm hoping because I need to get my hands on some man cakes. Mm. 6-inch Galactus? I missed something. What is this? Sentinel. After getting a hold of their Spider-Man, I'm good with the Mafex, but Sentinel. Oh, man. That was pretty sweet. Quit buzzing at me, Light. I know you're there. Actually, there's been a few people hit me up in the past week or so. Check GameStop.com. Not a sponsor. But apparently they got a new shipment of them. I didn't grab it, which I said I was going to, but like I said, I'm cutting back. I'm trying to be a little bit more thrifty so I can buy all my Star Wars. Yeah, there we go. Not sure if it's still in stock. How about we check? Let's see. I'm afraid if I check it though, it's going to be, oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. Should I go ahead and click bought? Sentinel. Up for not accepting my search query. Sentinel. Add to cart, $99.99. It's not as nice as the original price, but it's available and it's not 200. I bought Link's great and fun figure to pose. There's a red version coming too, right? Oh man, don't make me do that. Don't make me take out my cake, brother. I think Beef Boss is going to be a little bit more ruthless in that face-off. Man Cakes is cowboyish. He's probably a quicker draw, but Beef Boss is yeah, he'll cheat to win. Why am I making Man Cakes? Maybe Man Cakes is diabolical. No, he'd have to be a good guy, right? Red Links was a side exclusive. They're treating me good. They're kicking the hell out of my wallet, but wait for the random GameStop 80% drops. Well, it's been in stock for a week, I guess. At least 20%. I'm surprised Superior Spider-Man hasn't gotten an import. That is the last Spider-Man storyline I read. And even there, I stopped before. What did Peter take back over? And then Ock, was he in a Spider-Man body of some kind? Because he had that gray and green suit. I loved an action figure for him, but I never read the story. And why haven't they reused that body with the floating hinge? Oh, maybe they genetically modified man cakes to counter Beef Boss on. Nah, G.I. Joe wouldn't do that, right? Maybe Cobra was trying to make the ultimate pancake warrior. And he's like, but I don't want to be evil. And he joins G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe's like, come on over. We gotta pit you against Beef Boss. I really love this Superior Octopus. Yeah, it's nice and simple. And in colors that you don't see a lot with superhero costumes. I guess because it's Doc Ock, the gray area. We're getting deep. We're getting deep. Superior Octopus was a clone body. So did he eventually get into his maybe not his original body, but a clone of his original body? Beef Boss patty was made with mad cow meat. Never bet against Beef Boss. That's right. You never know where it's going to come from. Mancakes has the DNA of Sergeant Slaughter and the robust flavor of buttermilk pancakes. Actually, that's not bad. I can see how that figure stacks up against Beef Boss. Are we spelling FICO Man wrong? Is that an actual character? That's the second time I've seen it spelled like that. Oh, you spelled it like that. I'm assuming Psycho Man, right? Superior Spider-Man is really cool. Would love to see Hasbro, the one with the legs. Actually, now that you say that, I was putting a figure back in the display, and the tentacles just popped off. So, and I've been seeing a lot of people talking about the bendy arm mod for the Doc Ock. So I need to do that. Yeah, I spell it FICO. Is that a credit score thing? Why is that popping in my head? Is that a commercial? See, now I want man cakes. We all want man cakes. Gotta. He steps out of the shadows. He's just like, oh man, what's man cake's voice gonna be like? First thing he's gonna say though is, "Where's the beef? Where's the beef?" I got to work on an Eastwood, maybe. It's cowboy. That's where my brain went to right in the first place. Make it kind of glug 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 because of syrup. Have you collected any of the spawns? The only spawn I've gotten is the Mortal Kombat one. I really like that. Well, I put a cloth cape on it. Robo, did you get the 20th unparalleled Captain America? Not yet. I saw it was in stock on GameStop, but I haven't been. I don't know. I think I'm eventually going to need it. I don't think I need the Iron Man. I need the Captain America. The Hulk is for some reason is sticking in my brain. I think I may need it. And I'm waiting to see Toad, see what happens there. A whole 18 points? Damn. I need to get a hold of FICO Man. Where's the beef? Where's the beef? I'd have to work on that too. There you go. Eastwood. There's a vote for Eastwood. Ooh, thick and slow like maple syrup. Actually, yeah. Okay, if I steal that, I'm giving you credit right now for when I steal that later and can't remember where I got it and think, man, I'm a genius. I came up with that. I know the ML Scorpion with the bending tail, that would be nice on a Doc Ock figure. I don't know why they're not going with bendy. Maybe because there's 4 of them? Is that what's the price on bendy material with a wire in it? Does it not cost out if there's 4 of them? Where's the beef? Where's the beef, Pilgrim? Where's the beef, Pilgrim? Liam Neeson. Wow. Oh, Ways to Die in the Old West. I've never seen that whole movie. I've seen YouTube clips. I need to go back and watch that. Wait, he sounds like your average IHOP. Well, actually, that's a lie. I was going to say, I haven't been to IHOP in a long time. I was there 2 weeks ago. That's how my brain works. I would have paid deluxe prices for a Doc Ock with bendy arms. I understand. I get it. I really, really do. Well, not the bendy arms thing, but the re-release. I know a suited body would be a whole new figure. That's essentially a new mold. So Doc Ock. Bendy tails are considered a safety hazard to Hasbro if the wires pop out. That's why they don't do them. I don't think I've had one pop out in a while. In a while. What was it? It seems like it happened at some point, but apparently if it's older than 2 weeks ago, I don't remember it. Has anyone ever screwed themselves when they bought an awesome figure but realized you were originally going to buy a better one online? I don't know. I've bought many a Darth Vader. Oh yeah, that is true. Man, the last 2 years have killed my sense of time. I think they cannot do the bendable tentacles on a standalone figure. They should either make a deluxe or build a figure like Vulture from Homecoming. Deluxey. And then, well, they said that there was going to be extra heads, or Dan did, didn't he? Extra heads in the package. I can't imagine. Oh, well, okay. You think the Doc Ock's going to come with the head that's already available? The gritting teeth? And then by that logic, maybe Silk's other head looks like one of the previously released versions. And in case you don't know, I've got a wall of legends that that are still carded that I just have up on the wall to keep off the floor. And yeah, Doc Ock. I don't think I have a Silk though. Oh, that's a lie. There's a Silk right there. It's not dusty or anything. That's just me. We were using lots of custom potential with these heads, huh? But I think I like the 2-pack. Too bad I missed it. It was not available by the time I saw it. Oh yeah, the HasLab Sentinel, but that costs a little bit more money. Yeah, and Scorpion. Was Scorpion... And the rumor is, aren't we getting Scorpion? Isn't that a leak list or something? A retro figure of Scorpion? Maybe a different paint job? There's another body that, well, you can't reuse that body as much because it has the lines cut into it, huh? Maybe a tiny Colossus? No, Orphan Maker's bigger than that, huh? Or Peter? Or what they end up calling him? I think we've had this conversation in the past month or so. Hey, yo. I don't do a lot of wrestling figures. I think from here on out, I'm just getting the ones that I really, really, really like, or the toy collector ones. Which is keeping the wrestling collection very, very small. Maybe Stings, maybe Bray Wyatt's, which that's probably done for the time being. Some Matt Hardy's. I need a Jeff now, and then toy collectors. Spidey 94 animated Scorpion is a must. You got to think, well, they sculpted it that way with the mouth, which is accurate, that they painted over it like a mask. But you got to think the next version will have a full face open, right? Or the lines coming down. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it being gone. And if it is, I'll just use the ones I have. But yeah, that's the bad. That's the thing. Whenever somebody passes, the figures get eaten up real quick. I've been looking for good wrestling figures that I could mash with accessory packs and make into good Citizens Goons. I don't think I have an AEW figure here. Oh. The AEW stuff seems like a good size. They don't make them as... Well, I'm holding a Sting. He's got no musculature sculpted. He's just got a little under the shirt and the pants, but I don't know. I think that'd work pretty good with Marvel Legends. They seem to be that slightly larger scale. Have I opened? Yeah. I think the only one I've actually opened is Matt Hardy. Oh, Lee Marvin. How about Lee Marvin from Cat Ballou? Then you'd have to go, would you go drunk Lee Marvin or bad guy Lee Marvin? Is that Lee Marvin? Am I remembering that wrong? Yes. Yeah, I definitely need the big monster top characters. Still haven't been able to find a good custom Ray head for Black Series. I still like the first photoreal one they did, you know? In fact, I think no. I don't think I replaced that. I did recently replace the SH Figuarts Princess Leia head with the Black Series, which I know I'm hearing some heads explode from here. I had to do it. It just looked more realistic. The last wrestling figure I bought was Asuka during her time as being a tag team with Kari Sane. Damn, that was a little bit ago. Where's Asuka been? Asuka? How about Don Knotts from the Apple Dumpling Gang? I'm going to be honest. I think the last time I saw that movie, and it was only part of it, was in a dentist's waiting room when I was 11 or 12, 13, somewhere in there. Which means that was a while ago. There is a freak out. There is something freaky about that clay face, which is kind of cool. That last Hasbro head looked really good. Yeah, there was a couple of good straight from the source Ray heads. You did what? I know what that's referring to. Ooh, what Black Series figures would you like re-released with photo real? There's some Lukes and some Hans too. I didn't grab that Han that was on the vintage card. I didn't grab that Luke either. I guess because I'm super happy with the Figuarts versions of those. Well, I say that. I replaced the custom cave. I also have some casting cave heads that have replaced some of those older things. That would require me going through the shelves and making a list. So I'll be back in about 20, 25 minutes. No. Foster, you're going to have to ask me some other time. Or we'll swing back around to that. How's that? Or I'll do a video. The Andy Griffith Show, starring Andy Griffith. Yeah, okay, Beef Boss does have kind of that Don Knotts. I never thought about that. It probably is a pinch of Don Knotts with some Disney Goofy and Road Dogg, Jesse James from WWE, about the New Age Outlaws era. Jaina Solo. Oh, that would be a good one. Then it wouldn't look like my mom anymore. That was the big deal with Jaina. Actually, that's an excellent figure. I probably should have grabbed a couple more at the time. But yeah, that looks like my mom in her like high school days in pictures. She's a Hut Slayer. Yeah, that sounds like a when I don't have anything to review type video. Let's go through the old. I say that I haven't picked up the rest of the Rogue One characters. Have they released Cassian? The redo of him? Or did they announce a Cassian? Oh god, it's so hard to keep track anymore. Are they waiting for the TV show to do Cassian? I would like Furay Planet to make a random army rhino and biker pig, totally not real world, Rocksteady and Bebop. You know what? After gazing lovingly upon Crocker for a week and a half, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with them skewing completely away from the turtles, you know, because the turtles are very, we're stepping all over this copyright material. With Crocker, sure. I mean, it's a humanoid crocodile. There's going to be comparisons made, but it also stands on its own as is. It's just hey, we just came up with a crocodile that's a person, and hey, the parts happen to match something else. It's not so illegal, I guess you could say. So yeah, give me the rhinos, give me the pigs, give me the wolves, give me the snapping turtles, and go from there. Just Furay planted it up. The thing about those turtles, though, you know, going completely against what I just said, it is neat that they're kind of skewing away. It's kind of a style that we haven't had in action figure form. Cassian got delayed, but Amazon shipped him, had it for a week or two. See, I think all I've gotten is Chirrut. Did I get Chirrut? Yeah. My problem there is that I got Camaro Dude repaint heads off eBay like 2 months before those went up for solicitation. It's like, hey, quit following me around, Hasbro, and making my money obsolete. Why do you think they've never done a Gonk droid? It's a new sculpt. That's all I can think of. It's a and I guess that comes off negative, but I understand that the Star Wars line is not as reuse friendly as a superhero line or a Power Rangers line. A lot of unique looks. That's why we see so many troopers and such. But I don't know, Gonk Droid. Why haven't we seen a new astromech that they could repaint the hell out of from here until 2030? If they gave us a proper sized one, people would buy R2. And eh, again, several times. Make them muddy, make them clean, make them with periscope, make them with lightsaber, and then give us prequel astromechs and give us Obi-Wan's astromech. And I say it like that because I can't ever remember all the other designations, the numbers and stuff. And then I'll take that body and I need a scaled up BT head because I've been reading the Dr. Aphra comics and I need a proper. Well, okay, they're pretty good, 000 and BT, but I need them scaled up. And a chrysanthemum, flocked or not. Who you think you're talking to? Not flocked. What's happening, Fuzzy? Obi-Wan's is R5. Is it? R4. Doesn't he call him R4? Some R4. R4. R2. R4. R5. But yeah, that seems like a no-brainer. But this is also, oh man, do I want to fall back down that rabbit hole? They had the perfect C-3PO body with the elbows and the extra height and everything. And then they didn't reuse it for the upcoming re-release. Are you flocking kidding me? That's right. Oh, that didn't pop up. Thank you, Ken. Fortnite under Collectors Con, Walmart Red Links. Oh, is that where she's going to pop up on the 24th? Is that this week? Thanks to Preternia. Of course, having a pre-order at Walmart does not guarantee you a toy, a shipping notice. In fact, I think at this point, more often than not, it guarantees a cancellation notice, especially when you catch it before it's actually solicited. Like what he posts, the G.I. Joe retro card, Lady J and Baroness. I was able to grab those. I'm hoping for the best that they actually come through. Nope, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. Did I already do it? Kinda. Yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. And not bad for $250, but say something about shipping. How are they producing that? Are they printing them and painting them and everything? I haven't looked too much into it. Opinion on 40th anniversary He-Man, please answer. Nope. I'm kidding. I saw it, and when I first saw it, I think my first thought was, did they just stick a vintage He-Man head on top of the Masterverse body? And it kind of is, but that's another thing. It popped up after the Weekly Friday, so I haven't went through the new news yet. But is that a new body? Did they tweak the torso a little bit? Did they change something up? It has that vintage flavor, and it's got a hinged hand in the right direction. Yeah. Needs more input. I need to do more staring. It looks good from what I can tell. But Hordak won me over. Back over, I guess you could say. That He-Man, I'm really liking that battle armor He-Man. I could probably bring up the pictures, right? We could talk about them. What? Actually do something? Instead of just blabbing into the ether? Okay, I've forgotten how to do this too. Hold on. Couldn't be. Mattel never ever reuses. That's why it kind of caught me off guard when people. I've only seen people talking about. I wonder if the range in the torso is going to be better with those changes. I didn't grab anything from Holothon. I didn't even keep track during the day. It's on a Friday. I'm usually up, and then I'm putting pictures together, and then I get in here and film for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Go edit for 3, 4 hours, and then and then I check socials and go, well, I missed that and that and that. The Sunman does look great. It's one of those designs that it hasn't been beaten to death in your head when you think of Masters, you know? It's something new, it's something different. And those wings are pretty sweet with the hinges and stuff. Um I don't know what I'm looking for here. Battle armor? You man, the one that looks like thank you. You've ruined that for me now. Actually, I think I said during the weekly, I'm hoping that it has an alternate head like the new Eternia version. Kind of give us a different option. Or options to go onto other He-Man figures to spruce those up. I'm hoping, maybe too much to ask, but I'm hoping the skin tones match across all the He-Mans. Because I don't think they did that with Origins, did they? Because I tried a few different Origins heads on the Masterverse. And I ended up with this one, but some matched a little better, some didn't quite as much. I like that this new 40th anniversary He-Man has the whites of the eyes. That's the problem with using the Origins. It's just got the lash and the pupil. Is it the pupil or the iris? Oh no 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 me and I don't understand. I wasn't into Goo Goo Dolls after just their first album. Didn't they have a beat your ass with a baseball bat? They used to be a punk band before all that. Will you be opting for the 3-0 Voltron or go back to the Bandai version? I know Blitzway was too pricey. I've appreciated you since forever. I appreciate that. Uh, my need for a Voltron, especially after becoming more thrifty this year, I don't think I need a Voltron. That 3-0 is pretty sweet, though. The Blitzway is pretty sweet. Presentation-wise, Blitzway is probably better with the stands and the flame and the weapon storage and everything. But I don't know. I'll have to see what the 3-0. Honestly, I haven't seen anything of 3-0 since that show debut. What was that show? So I haven't looked at the actual solicitations. In fact, why didn't I talk about that in a weekly? Because I didn't want to talk myself into a Voltron. I already have the Playmates Voltrons. I wish I'd gotten the Mattel. Was there a Mattel version that's kind of big? I do. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to Facebook. You know, is that where I grab those pictures? Oh, God. I wish make 1/12 scalp scale. Okay, gotcha. I thought, what are you talking about? In regards to the Super 7 Godzilla stuff, I've seen mixed responses. Most people I've talked to are getting Biolante. I have to think about it before I say it out loud. Since we don't have a rose form from any line. I've heard that this is the first time it's ever been in articulated action figure form. Oh, it was on my first search. What's happening, Finner? Orbots. What's Orbots? Am I gonna have to search that too? Have you went back? I haven't went back yet. I dropped my kid off to watch it sometime last week. Or no, it was Thursday, months ago. And I thought about going in and watching again, but then I thought, I'll go home, play No Man's Sky a little bit more. Yeah, or a conditioner. It's just there's no words to the commercial. It's just like legs and then hair in a shower and water's pouring down and then Biolante. Okay, y'all are gonna have to suffer through Facebook comments. I apologize. But I don't know where else masters were posted. I'm just happy they were posted somewhere in order as a presentation of some kind. Yeah, Orbots are cave-dwelling minor cousins of the Gob. Are you messing with me? Oh, look at that. I'm down in the corner. Look at that He-Man. It's pretty sweet. You know what? Now that I have it up, are those abs different? They may be. No, yeah. The belly button placement in the abs is different than the figure I'm holding. Or they have them cranked back. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. The fur loincloth is shorter. I know. I've been avoiding it. I've actually been on Twitter more than anything lately, which isn't much better, but at least I can kind of ignore a bunch of stuff I want to ignore. Hey, man. This food is Biolante free, okay? Torso might be a bit shorter. You think that's causing the kind of... Well, you know what? His pecs look bigger too. Well, hard to tell. This is one of those things that I'm going to have to wait until I get it in hand. But I like the harness better, which I can't compare because I put the Classics harness on this. Huh. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm definitely going to buy it, make it bigger. Todd, what's happening? Robo. I told you not to call me that out in public. After watching that video S7 put out where Josh had the Godzilla figures, I went for both figures. I kind of prefer presentations like that too, where you see the figure in hand, how it compares to a person, and see. I know they couldn't move it around because it was a prototype, but since this stream was supposed to start at 3, I'm guessing every Sunday I've ever done has started at 2 o'clock. No? Are you kidding me? Is this how you guys treat me? Robo this man. Oh, that's good. That's good. I was about to say, I'm going to grab... Well, I do have a notebook. Write it down on pen and paper. I'm going old school. Robo this man. Boo! Biolante sounds like one of those yogurt with probiotics that make you go poo. Biolante. Jamie Lee Curtis walks out proclaiming Biolante is the best product ever. Oh, would be a nice poison ivy. Did I miss something up here? I apologize. Oh, just plain Steve. Are you being thrifty because there is too much out there, or because just about everything has been done at this point? On the fence with Mezco TMNT, that reason. How many turtles do we need? The cool thing about the different versions of the turtles, I mean, if you've been waiting for a specific version, you've probably bought something that's close, Well, I'll get these because maybe these won't be done. So it's a little something for everybody. But for me, it's a little there's too much going on from everywhere that I actually want, so I have to tell myself, "No. No, stop that." To get the stuff that I really, really want, my bread and butter, which everybody knows what that is. That's on top of raising prices everywhere at the moment. And if it hasn't for some lines, it will, because it's gonna catch up to everybody at some point. Or maybe everybody will go, "Hey, we're sorry. Here's a $10 price drop on all your favorite toys." And we'll be like, "Yay, I'm buying it all again. It's a happy world." Biolante water has the vitamins your body craves. I get that reference. Robono. Does that mean I'm doing charity work? I'm doing it for free? Bread and butter, is that a new Fortnite guy? It's half man cakes, half. Is there a bread product? Oh, doesn't the hot dog guy have a bun? There's my bread. There's my butter. Biolante for a better BM. No, I think they were messing with me because mask is high on my list. Happy Sunday, Felix. I'm working my way back up, so Robu. What was that ragu commercial? I can't remember now. Anniversary. Oh, did somebody say something about the feet too? The feet are definitely a new sculpt. They got some toe action going on, or some wrinkles down at the toe where these are smooth. In fact, the Masterverse one is boot. That looks more like wrapping all the way down the foot. I can't tell about the legs though. That may be the same. And the arms. I've always said that I don't. Well, okay, the bigger chest. Well, we could look at a different picture. Maybe it'll give a straight on shot. Yeah, that's definitely a bigger chest. Look at that. Yeah, he's got a V shape now. So he's definitely more muscular. Muscular, which makes me happy. Y'all see my mouse right there, right? I was going the wrong direction trying to get over to the chat. Whoa, Robono is the lead singer for U2. Looks like Nicolas Cage. We talking about He-Man? Little toe action, Robo. See, that's how around here it'd be violent. Ooh, a Veebs shape. No, I wish I hadn't put all. Well, okay, I say all this work. If get this 40th, I'd revert this He-Man back to the way he looked out of the package, and then maybe use that head that comes with New Eternia. Like I said, well, looking at it, which is hard to do, comparing a figure in hand to pictures, that skin tone's off again. And is that paint? Looks like a dry brush on the abs. Be hard to tell. He-Man needs some butterfly joints. I'm just happy with the He-Man with an up and down hinge for the sword holding hand. And flat hand? Yeah, flat hand. That's going old school too, isn't it? I wonder if we can swap the animated He-Man face with this body. Let's see. Where was that? That was over here. You talking about this? Facebook. Has there been a Masterverse head with the kind of barbarian look, long hair? I'd like that. Do you have a Motu display? Nope. I have a Motu box that I just grabbed out of. I have some Motu tubs that have all my classics figures, and the Filmation stuff's still in the boxes. There's stacks of brown boxes over there. That's where my Thundercats and my Turtles and my Master stuff is. No, the Filmation head. I'm going to be honest, I forgot what you're talking about. What did we just see? Oh, animated with this body. I don't know. Does the classic stuff pop right on? I've been through this. And if not, you could probably make it pop on. I think he means the animated He-Man Revelations. If we're doing Masterverse wishes, Princess of Power, especially Mermista and Scorpia. You think they're going to go that far with Catra and She-Ra already being shown? You got to think, because there for a minute, it was kind of, well, they go so slow with this line, and then suddenly here's 5 villains, here's 5 heroes, here's a 40th anniversary. I had to do the math in my head. That's 11 figures. No, the Super 7 Club Grayskull Club version. I don't have that, but I can't remember if the. Well, actually, I think I had the classic Skeletor head on Skeletor, so maybe it fits. And I actually like it better because everyone knows that I don't care for the tiny headedness of Masterverse. It's time for new lighting. Yeah, Revelation and Kids Show. How heavy are these going to be, though? At 7-inch scale, that's a ton of plastic in the arms. Oh, you're talking about this? Yeah. But maybe they just shifted the mass from the legs to the arms, because those are some skinny legs. I really like She-Ra's masked face. That looks awesome. S Boogie, what's going on? Oh, you think they would do that at some point? Magnetic Orko? Because they're saving on, there's no legs, there's no articulation from the neck down, just some arms, a ball joint up there. Put some magnets in it, have it float. I was always enamored as a kid with that pin that would float between the posts. You put it in there and it was just, and you could spin it. Also, I always wanted that Radio Shack robot arm with the 2 joysticks. I never got one. So deprived. Masterverse Frosta would look great with my Witcher 3. I remember the classics version of her had where the eyes messed up somehow or something looked off. Like they changed paint apps mid-run or something. Oh, nothing much. Just talking about toys. I'm ready for it. Oh, don't be putting that evil on us, Mezco He-Man. Oh, could they reuse that body? Yeah, just make it a lighter skin tone and put a different head and some overlay. And then paint that body blue, give us a Skeletor. Because anytime I see He-Man, I'm like, we're going to see a Skeletor, a matching Skeletor? I need a pair. Which makes me think 40th anniversary Skeletor's got to be coming, right? Hey, Daniel, what's happening? Masterverse Buzz Off. That would be kind of cool. It's killing me. I had that Radio Shack Robo arm. I still wish I had it. Loved playing with it in my GI Joes. Yeah, I always pictured in my head I would pick up so much stuff like batteries and 3 3/4 inch figures. And that's it. They showed the kids show Skeletor. Yeah, but I want the corresponding 40th anniversary Skeletor Filmation or Vintage Line style, and a Battle Cat because they showed the back of the package, right? I'm afraid you think they're gun shy about Battle Cat now that they've had to clearance out the excellent Masterverse version. Seems like that was everywhere for a while. Makes me want to get a couple more just in case they don't do Panther, or I need to make a Zabu for Kazar. And if they did redo, Masco de Humans, there would be Flock. That's not Flock, that's hair. Flocking's the very short, fuzzy, nails on a chalkboard substance. If they could do it just by changing the mask up, right? Making it feel more vintagey, keep the cat beneath, change up the armor on top. Although it is, no, it's got that sleekness to it, doesn't it? The aerodynamic wind tunnel feel to it. But if they made this more classic-y, hell, I'd even keep the saddle because it already does the vintage, won't stay in place, damn thing comes loose, slides back thing. But yeah, just new helmet. I'd buy it again. What's going on, Naomi? Naomi, sorry. Ask everybody else. I've been doing it all day. I can't speak. Flock scraping on teeth. Why you want to go and do that? Saw that Flock Panther. Whenever I see that at Walmart, I just push it off into the aisle, hoping the floor people will just sweep it up and throw it away. am I what's the Home Shopping Network? And today you get a Battle Cat for free with one purchase of a new car. But this is a good figure. I love this thing. This ranks right up there with Timber and Guinevere. Is that the Dungeons and Dragons Panther? I need more animals. And yes, my master's box is within reach. Chance you can do a video on your repaints. Are you talking about? I've thought about doing, and I've been asked, even though I don't feel I'm good enough for that kind of thing to be doing tutorials and stuff. I just kind of limp through a paint job. But I get people asking to film that kind of thing, and I don't know because I paint like this. I've got my magnifiers wherever they went, and I'm like this. So I don't know where I would put a camera. Well, okay, when I'm dry brushing, it's, but camera, whenever I try to do it in there, it's always between me and the figure when I'm trying to film it. So when I did the panel lining on Shocker, I was looking around the camera and trying to do it with the magnifiers and everything. I don't know how people do that. People way more talented than me. I don't know how they do it. I also yell "flock off" every time I do it. I'm just down the shelf. I've got an arm out. I just clothesline them off of it. Just flock off. And Walmart's like, there's that guy again. Jesus, get him the hell out of here. You took away my blaster. You could get a button cam. I can't do any more cameras. Meet the Flockers. Beat the Flockers. Hey. We're all friends here. We can be nice. Did I paint the back on? No. I think chrysanthemum. I've got most of the back done, but I didn't sculpt right here because I felt I'm never going to look at that. So it doesn't have fur sculpted right here where I split the torso and made them wider. So I didn't paint it. Why paint it if I didn't sculpt it? Probably because you could fake it when it's in regular lighting. I thought about getting the Batmobile, but $80 is too much to me. I haven't seen that in person. I've seen people holding it. Flocking. We don't talk about Charlton Heston. He's got his teeth are too wet, apparently, to be talked about on the internet. I don't like the flock either. It's a thing, right? I mean, was it as a kid? We had Panther and we had Moss Man. I don't remember ever. Well, on top of you mess around with them too much and it just falls off. You get bare spots, and then Uncle Mossy looks like he's shedding in places. But then at some point, I developed I can't stand the feel of it. CMD store has Batmobiles for $60, but then you pay shipping, and it's how much is it on top of that? Get your hands off me, you damn dirty flocker. I will never own a flock. No, that's a good call. Mossman is cool when he's not flocked. It makes me, well, okay, I get it. Mossman, they put moss on him. I was about to say, they flocked Mossman, but not Beastman. Has there ever been a flocked Beastman to kind of simulate the fur? That would be a nightmare. Orange flocking. I don't like touching flour. Is it too soft? Like fluffy, but dry? And it kind of gets wet when you touch it? Is that why you hate it? Original 12-inch GI Joes have flocked beards and hair, didn't they? Was it hair? I've got one of those floating around here. My dad's, the arms broke off, and he took a little magic marker to it. So I come by this naturally. It's long before I came along. There were toys in the house. Yeah. Oh man, could you chewing it off his new Panther? I can barely touch it with my fingers. Sure as hell isn't going in my mouth. Not that I put a lot of action figures in my mouth, but lifelike hair. Action Man. I don't remember a lot of Action Man, except for the re-release. I'm not flocked in here with you. You're flocked in here with me. This flocking intervention is to get rid of flocking. My live stream, my show, my rules. The flocking was until Adventure Team when Hasbro bought it over from Action Man. Then wasn't the oh man, what was reused from Action Man for a tiger somewhere? Oh no. Never mind. Why do I get Action Man and 12-inch mixed up with Sigma 6? Is that what it was called? I actually like the feeling of flock. I can't stand Velcro and the sound of it, though. Man, it's like flocking is like licking a chalkboard. It's like rubbing your face on drywall. Oh. I want a classified version of the old 12-inch Joe with flocked beard and hair. Do you want the classified to have the flocked beard and hair, or just a plastic representation of that 12-inch Joe that happened to have flocked beard and hair? This all depends on whether you get booted out or not. So choose wisely. Big Jim had a big cat. Pubic hair and an action figure would have to be flocked. Had to go there. And why'd I click it so fast? I saw it and I was already reading it. I won't open my Classics Mossman because Mossman flocking is the worst. Classics Mossman. Did I open that? Did I use tongs to open that? I don't even remember now. Is he sitting in a tub just flocking it up? Flocking it up for everybody in that tub. If there was a hell and Robo was there, it would be flock everywhere in a shower. Remember that? Well, we've talked about that before. The commercial with the shower, they're taking a shower and it's carpeted on the inside. Just imagine rubbing all over that and then not having a towel. You get out of the shower and you go, shit, I forgot my towel. I'm going to have to stand here and drip dry. And oh, worst feeling in the world. Flocking may look nice. Well, we can probably disagree on that too, but it fades and peels after a while. It doesn't even look nice. It kind of obscures the sculpt itself. You have all these figures with defined muscles and everything, and then you flock it, and it's just a massive flock. It's a flocking massive flock. Oh, do you have any videos showing your collection? I lost my pointer again. There it is. I do, but it's from like, is it from early 2020, early 2021? I think I just did my Star Wars shelves. Whenever I did my toy room in 2008, 2009, I was younger. I was dumber. For a split second, I forgot I live in the country with dirt roads and such. So I decided to make all my shelves black. So when the dust comes in, that's the first thing to get dusty. I mean, just so at some point I'm going to have to change it up and do something because too much dust or too much visible dust, I guess. Sounds like a flock of crap. Hey, easy with the language. You should do a Marvel collection tour. That is a mess. I haven't had room to add new stuff to it, and I can't decide if I want to keep the MCU display or the Spider-Man display. It depends on the day of the week. I think I don't need MCU up, that's kind of done, not done, it's kind of a moment in time. Whereas Spider-Man keeps building, but then MCU is going to come back around soon, and I'll be like, oh no, I need to add Moon Knight and I can't remember any of the other movies coming up. Then I have my X-Men shelves, which will stay because that's the best. That's worth it. That's worth the space. And then what do I have in the middle? Oh, just regular Marvel, which I guess you can add to. I don't, but it's all dusty and fallen over and mixed up, and I need to work on some shelves. Besides Panther and Mossman, have there been a lot of flocked figures? I can't think of any others. Here and there. There was a Lotsa. Was that the bear from Toy Story? That was a San Diego exclusive that was flocked. The bastards I was with took great joy in trying to make me touch that thing. I didn't know where to finish that sentence, but they would like toss it to me. And I think I fell for it the first time, but after that it was like, nope. Your San Diego exclusive Lotsa is now on the gravel ground, because it was parking lots and stuff. Funko does a lot of Flunko Pops. That comes out wrong. Funko flocked pops. Flops? That doesn't work either. A Mezco figure had flocked hair. Yeah, didn't Vapor? And then it was the Mosquatch was covered in flock. Nightmare fuel. There you go. I don't like flock. It's rough, coarse, and it gets everywhere. A3U just put up more Goliath figures if anyone is looking for them. This Goliath? Man, what a space burner this thing is. What's happening, Henry? Were Care Bears flocked? Man, you're going old school. I don't think I did a lot of... I had Care Bears coloring books, because those were always fun to color. Mid-'80s. No, but some version was... Did they have plastic and then they had the plush, right? Oh, I'm a liar. Look, I have this Spawn figure. Somebody sent this to me because I couldn't find it locally. But yeah, I have a figure from the actual Spawn line because it's a cowboy. I had to get it. What's funny is Goliath in his box takes up way less room. Do you have any figures that you like that are flocked? Dude, that's fine. You can have your own opinion, but I hate flock with a passion. I don't have any. Not in this house. Not in this house. Couldn't the line have just been, I hate sand after living on that hell that is Tatooine? Yeah, some of those lines could be probably tweaked a bit, refined maybe. Why do you hate sand, Andy? Because I had to live on that hellhole most of my life. It sucks. Just a reminder, flock to y'all brought it up. I don't think I've actually bought an action figure that smells in a while, unless it's that, factory plastic new paint smell. But apparently the upcoming Origins figure? What's funny is after me and my brother moved out of my parents' house, they put most of the toys in the attic. And I think we kept most of our masters in metal lunch boxes that we had when we were in grade school. And we were going through them one time and opened up the Stinkor lunchbox, and it still smelled like Stinkor. It was cool. I don't mind that as much. I'm not against smells. I don't care. I don't care if it's an X-Men. I don't care if it's a Robo figure. You flock it, I ain't buying it. Strawberry shortcake nightmare. Oh, those will smell. That's the last ones I heard about having scents. The sand line in episode 2 is perfect. I will hear nothing against it. Yeah, that was... Oh, I can't have an accent because people will make fun of it. Ooh. Stinkor was just patchouli oil. Yeah, but to a dumb backwoods kid in the 80s who didn't know what patchouli was, then Stinkor stunk like Stinkor. Oh, I do like some glow in the dark though. I don't have near enough. I still have I have no DC Universe classics in the toy room except for the Spectre, the glow in the dark one. I've got it hanging off the mini blind cord. Yep. Boss Fight Studios doing Strawberry Shortcake. Glow in the dark flock. No such thing, my friend. The thing about it, I don't mind. I act mad, but it's it's almost my trademark now. Come at me, flocker. Yeah, that smell is forever stinkor smell. Is there a glow in the dark moon night yet? No. Right? Oh, I do have the Mezco glow in the dark space ghost. I'd like the regular version because of the texture that they had to put on the costume for the glow in the darkness. But someday, or I'd like just a space ghost figure. Yeah, yeah, especially when they said cowboy skeleton. Mm-hmm. Heel Robo. It's hard to do when I'm by myself. I have nobody to play off with. Play off with? Play off of. There you go. Heel Robo. Ah, imagine a world with the carpet's material is flocked. Okay, I was talking about it being real short, but you know that kind of where do they use it? Like garden centers and outside that rug material where it's very short, almost they think, oh, this is grass-like. We'll use it as a rug or a flooring out on an outdoor area. That's pretty terrible too. Not so much AstroTurf. Okay. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever actually been on real AstroTurf. I always thought that was like fake grass, the longer, or it had some springiness to it. This is the very short, tough stuff. Putting green. I don't know. I don't think I've been on a golf course. Oh no, I have, but that was way long time ago as a kid. Felt velvet. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. A mobile home deck. Yeah. Like the rug with the Rhodes motif. I think I no, that's a little shorter, right? That because it has a print on it. This is just it looks like very short, stiff grass, super short. Did you used to play on a giant pool table? Speaking of that, though, pool tables. Whew, I don't want to touch them. I did a convention once in a field house that had AstroTurf on the floor. It was weird. But it's better than being bare concrete, huh? Whenever I'm at a show and they start wheeling out the carpet, I think, thank you. Although, usually at most shows, I'm helping out a buddy in the booth and they don't put the carpet in the actual booth, just the aisles. So I'm still standing on concrete all day. Whatever. I don't mind pool table felt. Sarazoic does look pretty cool. Where am I going with this? Oh, yeah. I was looking at this, huh? I have this window open over here and I forgot what I was looking at. Hell is flocked concrete. Oh. Oh. And, one of those fans that spray the mist. They get you slightly wet, but it's not hot enough to be wet. You know, the temperature's like 68, but they're misting you with this, and you're constantly wet. You know, did I just get out of a shower? No, you're just standing outside. Flocked concrete. Dusk. Not enough light to actually see anything. And the fan alternates between water and sand. Yeah, so you're wet, and then suddenly it's like you got sand all over you, and you're wet, and you're like, "Can somebody wash this off?" And the mist isn't strong enough to actually get the sand off of you. Oh, break the bat. That's called humidity. I know. I hate it. So I live in Arkansas for 45 years. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean Red Links was going to be Collector's Con. I just saw Fortnite listed and thought a repaint exclusive would make sense. Are they going to have something Fortnite there too? Do I need to look into Collector Con? The only thing was expecting. Oh no. Do they have a Marvel Legends thing there too? The only thing I'm holding out hope for is the retro carded Gung Ho. I mean, I'll grab Destro too, but that Gung Ho I need. Thank you. Northeast Arkansas is humid as Florida armpit. Yeah. We're kind of in between all of that stuff. So we get the ice storms, but then we also get the humidity and the heat. When I was working at the metal shop, it got hot enough one time to set off the fire foam things. Of course, it was in the powder coat section of the metal shop, so there were ovens going and stuff on top of it. But yeah, I never wanted to go to that part in the summertime because the ovens were going. I rarely. Oh. C2E2. I don't know. I haven't planned anything past summer yet. I am planning. The only thing I have on the books right now is El Paso in April, and hopefully Celebration whenever that is. Is that May, June? I rarely get to these live. Where are the YouTube comments coming from? YouTube, but it's on my personal channel on Robo Killa. Retro cards aren't Walmart exclusive. They are, but Collector's Con is Walmart. Ulick is Collector Con. I don't think I need Ulick. No swampland. Yeah, that on top of that, I need to get some landscaping done around my house. Chaffee? Have you ever seen the creepy abandoned military barracks in Fort Smith? Yeah, Fort Chaffee. I haven't hung out. I've driven through Chaffee a couple times, but yeah, that's where Elvis came through, and that's where they filmed. What was the movie with Matthew Broderick where he was military? Then my hometown, Main Street, was used for Blue and the Gray for one of the marching scenes coming through town because it's historic. Yeah, El Paso. That's actually, well, I was in Denver last fall. That's been the only show in 2 years. I'm kind of ready, but at the same time, I'm kind of, I got to get out of the house. No, Target is doing Holothon right now. And I think I guess it's going to cross over Collector's Con at Walmart because isn't there going to be more stuff this Friday, next Friday? Biloxi Blues. There, you got it. Yep. There's another one with Denzel and Cuba Gooding Jr. too that filmed out at Chaffee. Then there was a Randy Travis cowboy movie that was filmed downtown, and they covered the streets all in dirt to make it look, cowboy times, and then just left. They left all the dirt. They left everything on Main Street. I have not been to Phoenix for a convention. I used to have relatives in Phoenix, but they moved here, and that was the last time. No, I was on a bus. I took the bus to San Diego Comic-Con in 2005. So I visited the Phoenix bus stop. That's the closest I've been to Phoenix in a few years. That also got me over my fear of flying, taking one bus trip cross country. I bought my motorcycle in Fort Smith at the Harley place. The Harley place. It could have been the Honda Place. It could have been any kind of motorcycle. I just went straight for that. Yeah, man, I came out of on the bus trip back, we left at like 9 p.m. out of San Diego. So I went to sleep immediately. So I went to sleep in San Diego weather and woke up in Phoenix weather. It was kind of like, oh, body couldn't take it for a second. Out of my chat. Get out of my chat. No, I'm kidding. When it comes to if I had a millions and millions of dollars, I would buy what I got, and I would buy Hot Toys too and have a display for those because they're beautiful. They look fantastic. But can't do it. It was a Yamaha Raider. Oh, so it was somewhere. It was Fort Smith. What's in El Paso? They have a Comic-Con next month. Ooh, what you playing with? I can't stand the heat. I've gotten worse about it. In my brain, man, over the past 30 years, the weather and everything is so much hotter. But I think it's it's me, how much I can tolerate the heat anymore. Oh, Philadelphia would be cool. I've always wanted to go up in that way. See some historic stuff. Y'all have some historic stuff, right? I mean, few things. But yeah, I'd like to do it. Actually, I've done New York, and as far as cons go, that's the only in that general area. Or Indianapolis is the closest. Otherwise, I've gotten. Down in the West Texas town of El Paso. you do have history? Hell yeah. There and Boston and that kind of thing. Someday, just when I can mess around, do the convention, get out of the convention. Easy phone. And then do some touring too, some touristy stuff. Any fun ideas for April Fools? Like 1/6 weekly? I don't. So many people do so many things, and I see so many people getting so angry about those things that I've always kind of backed off the April Fool stuff. I don't want to be like, oh, they announced this. I think this week's picture was floating around of Crate Luke being announced to the Black Series, but the figure was posted at like 1 in the morning, and a lot of people were mad because they thought it was real. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't know. Maybe I'm old. I don't have any plans. Or do I have plans and I don't want to tell you because it's April Fool's and I'm trying to surprise you? Yeah, I got a message. I'm not used to that. I rarely get message. Oh, I got Facebook open. Rhino versus. Wait, where'd you go? Rhino versus Juggernaut. Juggernaut. Because nothing stops the Juggernaut. Spider-Man stops Rhino. Somebody with thinking power stops the Juggernaut. Oh, in general, pretty good. I got groceries today. That was pretty sweet. Juggernaut. You know it. I meant Spider-Man chopped. Yeah. But not near as many times as he stopped the Rhino. I bet that is statistically true. Look it up. I guarantee it. It wasn't great, but whenever I think of Juggernaut fighting Spider-Man, I go to that X-Force. Wasn't there an X-Force Spider-Man crossover? And it went from And that's when Warpath was huge, right? I actually do have a couple of 1/6 figures. I've got a thing for painted faces, or I've got the Crow, Hot Toys. I've got the movie Deadpool. That's not a painted face, but it's Deadpool. And then Dark Knight Joker. The purple jacket with the grenades, which came with the police uniform, so I had to get a Hot Toys body for that. And then my wife picked me up the bank robber Joker for like $125 in Oklahoma City. It was no box, which is probably accounts that's for the cheaper price, but hey, it's out on display. The Joker 3. Oh, and I have a Sideshow Darth Maul that looks pretty good. Doesn't pose worth a damn, but he needs to get up in a glass case too. I think that was a big part of it, was the art. McFarlane doing X-Force. Did he do both parts of that crossover? And the Sideways. Everything was a lot more spread out. It felt more open. But I always remember Warpath just towering over everything. Yeah, except for Juggernaut. Yeah, that's most of it. I ran a 50-ton press for 15, 20 years. And the whole brake department, I had an 80-ton press. I had an older, just where I even had the handle crank version, but it wasn't so much. My hands were always in something that was smashy or cutty or because we had the shear too and everything else. So yeah, I just never got used to wearing a ring. Do you have toys for your toys? What? I don't think the thing that comes to mind are those G.I. Joe Micro Machine things that's been out that I've seen people pose with their classified figures like they're playing with them, but I've never picked those up. Would the NECA Secret of the Ooze 4-pack be a good stand-in if you don't have the OG movie Turtles? To me, who loves the original Turtles movie but doesn't care for Secret of the Ooze, I can automatically, especially Donatello, you can pick out that head as being one or the other. They're very distinct. And I don't care for the looks of the Secret of the Ooze. But if you're just looking for some movie figures, they should be essentially the same figures with just a couple of changes and then head sculpts. I do have Deadpool's unicorn. You know what? I've never seen World's Smallest Line anywhere in person. I've seen pictures, but I've never seen them to buy because I would have probably picked them up. Where'd y'all go? Okay. The Ooze costumes do. Oh, I nearly banned you. Sorry. The Ooze costumes seemed more cartoony. Yeah, they were kind of more animated. I don't know if you could capture the magic of the first movie ever again. I don't know how they did it. It should have been silly as hell, but for some reason it comes off dirty and gritty, and I love that movie. It should not be as good as it came out to be. In the trading card section of Target. Oh, well, that may be part of it. I've never stopped at that section. I've always been afraid of, because there for a while was, people just jumping on each other to get to that section. And I've always thought, well, if I'm seen over there standing around, these Target employees are going to start thinking I'm with them, and I'm not. I'm barely here looking for toys because they never have anything. If you want where it's smallest, just head to a Cracker Barrel. I don't get it. What happened? I did. That's another one of those I haven't been to in years. And even then, it was kind of like, well, this is kind of plain. Is it supposed to be Southern cooking? What's going on? I'm definitely bummed. I couldn't find Mikey and Raph for less than a car payment. I saw those 2-packs one day, and I texted Veeves because I thought he was looking for the 2-packs. And I came home because he didn't text back, and I have the VHS box. And then he finally texted back, yeah, I need it. Was later. He was like, yeah, I'm looking for those so I can use these extra heads on something, and I've got a different display set up. I was like, sweet. I'll run by Walmart tomorrow. I'll be damned. Every one of them was gone. So, and I've never seen them since. Watching this at my job at the bakery is making my day a whole lot better. Thank you, Robo. Oh, man, that's cool. Like, wait, you're working. I always think, oh, you're working. Quit watching me. Get to work. But I'm off to the side, ain't I? I'm background noise. You know what? I stopped at a Southern food place in where was it, in Colorado? Because it was late. A lot of other stuff was closed. Oh, it was driving from Albuquerque to Salt Lake, and you just nicked the corner of Colorado. And I stopped at a Southern food place, and it was just bland as hell. I mean, even the okra, it was too green and too crunchy. No. Yeah, as you type this. Now you're typing. I know you're not working. Hello, bakery. One of your employees is not working. No, he's working. I got it. I haven't seen the Splinter and Shredder 2-pack either. All mine have. I think I saw some Foot Soldiers, but most of mine have the Shadow Warriors. Shadow. You have to put that space in there. It's legal. Shadow Warriors. Does Creole cooking go into Arkansas? I live by the North Shore, so get all that. Not so much. We've had a few that were like, hey, we came from Louisiana and we started a restaurant, but it didn't. Got Popeyes. No, I think somewhere in the area there's Creole Cajun spot, but I don't think I've ever been there. Backstabbers. Oh, that's true, but they're preparing. I'm just messing with them. Was the Bucky O'Hare line canceled? I still need the Toad Air Marshal. I think the license ran out. I think that's what they were saying. Or they didn't renew or something. I'm watching this from my office with the door "Do Not Disturb" sign. Can't go wrong with Popeyes. No. My youngest has a finicky palate, and but he loves Popeyes fries, so we're there once a week. They took a lot of stuff off the menu, though. They took off the dirty rice. Made me angry. Of course, I think that's true for most fast food places, right? They took a bunch of stuff off the menus. It's not the same. Robo, do you think we'll get a retro Craven and Scorpion? I think Scorpion's on the list, right? You got to think that it'll be not as metallic, maybe like a matte green, and then have his face open, or the mouth area painted flesh. What is Bojangles chicken? I don't think I've I don't think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of it, but not around here. I usually get the chicken strips. Y'all want to talk about food? Oh yeah, there it is. You knew it was going to show up at some point. I cannot eat Taco Bell anymore. I went a year or two not doing a lot of fast food, and I've eased back into it. But I tried Taco Bell, and it was just like, oh nope, coming back. Yeah, the dirty rice is good, or was good, I guess. I have. That's what my wife gets sometimes if it's not the sandwich, and I've eaten the leftovers a couple times. One time there's like chicken with a little breading, and sometimes it's a little bit of chicken with a lot of breading to make it look like a full-on nugget, but it's not. It's all breading. Oh, Blake. Is it bad? I have issues with the X-Men animated wave because it competes with more compatible versions of the same figure potentially. Wait a second. Okay, let's break this down. What's going on? I have issues with the X-Men animated wave because it competes with more compatible versions of the same figure potentially. Are you talking about you may like the animated version better, but it doesn't match up because of the cell shading? Like Storm, maybe? Did we get a yeah. Cell shading versus cell shading. I don't know. I think well, of course, on Hasbro's side, they're like, you need to buy the whole team again to make them all match up. On our side, it's like, are, really, are we talking about potentially Morph being able to fit him into the what we have, or a better version of even better version of Gambit, I guess. Yeah, we still have a churches on the other side of town. I've never had it. Yeah, dislike cell shading. I get it, and it won't fit. I don't know. I am the wrong person to ask about this because I didn't even want a Jim Lee team in the first place. But when I saw that that's what they were going for and how good they look together, I had to do it. And they do. They do look good together. But I care even less about the animated series. So in my brain, it's like, well, just don't get them because that's what I'm doing. I'm just not getting them. But I can see where you're coming from because if they had done, hmm, there's no other comparison. Maybe Spider-Man, because I didn't get that Venom either because I didn't care about the Spider-Man animated series. There's a team we need. Hell yeah. Would much rather have retro card like we saw with Gambit and Rogue, right? At Target. Re-releases like this, but for years it's been I got into the X and it's hard for me to I got into the X-Men because of the animated series. That was a lot of people's jumping on point, and I understand that. I didn't know what turtles were until the cartoon and jumped in at that point. But with X-Men, I had been reading the comics from years before that. So I, I get it, but I don't. I have no attachment like that. So but I guess I could get the nostalgia of the VHS tape, the cell shading. Well, I don't know. Do I see a lot of people praising the cell shading? Or do I just not look for it? Because it's always hard to measure positivity and negativity. With something like that, people that hate the cell shading, they're going to continue to say they hate the cell shading. The people that like it, because they kind of want to buy the figures, right? But it's like, oh no, cell shading. We see the same thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The positives will butt heads, but then they end up just buying it and going on, putting it on the shelf. There you go. There's there's like for the cell shading. I like the cell shading. And that's what I'm saying. There's people who like it. But if you're wanting to mix it all together, that's another thing we're coming to terms with lately, like that Doc Ock pack. It's cool, but like I said, if I don't get it, I still have Doc Ock. I still have Silk. I'm learning to let go. Oh, I don't need this. Pass on by. You know, I was born in 1998. The 90s cartoon reruns were my introduction to all of Marvel. Yep. See, there you go. We all jumped in at the same time, but it's hard to. And I get mad about it all the time with other people doing it. Oh well, it's not. It didn't exist. But with X-Men, maybe because it's so near and dear, and my childhood and everything. I think I was at SDCC, and some person answered a trivia question about who was part of the original X-Men, and they said Storm, and they said yeah. I was like, wait, what? And it was like, oh no, animated series. No, that's wrong. But I get it. I try not to be that way. X-Men Evolution was good though. By that time, animated series, I wasn't around a TV a lot. Evolution, I had children by then. They were watching cartoons, so I caught that, and I really like that. And it falls right into the same thing. All these characters that weren't around, it like changed up the history. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, you know. Again, I think it's because I don't have exposure to the animated series. Night of Ren's young too, huh? Aye, another 1998er. Yeah, Reavers slowly showing up. Outback X-Men. That's right. I know, and did I watch the opening sequence when I first got Disney Plus? I was just flipping through stuff, and I was like, "Oh, and then I went to Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and watched the intro to that. But I haven't went back and watched the cartoons. I'm always afraid to do stuff like that because if it doesn't hold up, even stuff I loved as a kid, I have went back and watched Transformers, and that's pretty good. But I haven't went back and watched a bunch of the other stuff like Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm afraid that I'm going to be like, what in the hell was I doing when I was a kid? Proud of the X-Men. Wasn't that was Wolverine Australian in that? Was that one? Was it just like episode or something? Never go back. Because I have a lot of people tell me that about the X Factor run with the original team from the beginning when it was investigations and stuff, and then Apocalypse and Infectia and Warren becomes Death, and that's fond. I remember that fondly. I don't remember a lot of the dialogue and storylines and stuff, but I remember thinking X Factor's awesome. But I've had many people tell me, "Oh man, that run sucked," and I'm afraid to go back and read it. Is it close to the comic? I know it did a bunch of the classic storylines. See, I don't even remember them appearing on Amazing Friends. I probably haven't watched that cartoon since it originally aired. Yes. It doesn't matter if the story sucked. Those costumes are amazing. How that matched all together. I need both versions too. Cyclops in the yellow and blue, the white and blue. Did we get that? Oh, a good one. I'm still salty about Cyclops being on a smaller body, on the Bucky Cat body. He should have been on a bigger body. Oh, yes. We need the mutant ability to drive any vehicle. And Toxin CB talk. Razorback would be sweet in Marvel Legends. Yeah. I don't know if that's right or not. That's what pops in my head. Nope, you spelled Razorback wrong. We do need. I wasn't reading comics when Random was around, and I barely remember. Well, Copycat was in Deadpool, wasn't she? Was that Vanessa? Am I thinking that wrong? It's CDL gene. It's measurable in Cerebro. What Ultraman figure that you're interested in, or mostly to buy it? Ultraman. Am I blanking on Ultraman? Is that the evil Superman, or was there another one? You changed my mind on the Cyclops, but I fear how many redos that opens the door to. That's right up Hasbro's alley, though. You know. In fact, hold on. I'm going to leave this chat open for a second. I'm going to sneak off to the side for a minute and give you a sneak peek of the next play date. Dead silence, not killing the live stream at all. I'm coming back. Now, I'm not saying this is the best body ever created, but it's my favorite when it comes to Cyclops size. And I think it gives him that. I mean, his nickname was Slim, right? So he should be a taller, but he shouldn't be overly bulky. He should have a thinness to him. I keep turning the wrong way. That's a Fan Plastic 4 head sculpt, and I'm working on the rest of the body. I got to figure out how to put the seam lines on. I've got them marked, but this will work with Emma. He stands slightly taller. If I can get him even, there we go. He stands slightly taller, but he'll work with the rest of the team someday when I finish that up. But then, yeah, we'd need the Outback. No, not Outback. That's dumb. The blue condom head costume. I'd even take Jim Lee again. Yeah, he shouldn't be bulky, but he should be taller. Now, he eventually got very muscular, as everyone did through the 90s and after. But yes, he was always called Slim in my head. Yeah, it's a good medium-sized body. It does. Well, I can't remember what do I hate about this body? The articulation? Something's going on with it. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, that's how it goes. I'll finish the Astonishing Customs, and then Hasbro will go, oh, you wanted Astonishing? Because I'm waiting for the Hot Claws Wolverine. He comes with that Astonishing belt. And I have some Wolverine heads to go with it. That's Astonishing. And then all I'll have to do is mod the shoulder pads, or fix some shoulder pads. The ones we have are too big, tiger strop's too small. Need something in between, and then the boots kick down the points on those. Was that body sculpt a red or blue base? It's blue base. I don't think I'm going to get, well, I'm half afraid the white lines are going to show through primer, like they're raised slightly, but we'll see. If not, I'll have to do some sanding. They eventually put Magneto on that body, didn't they? It seems like an appropriate build to match. Well, even Magneto. Wasn't that Jim Lee? Just all. And then, yeah, got Kitty. That's going to be a lot of body changes. Got to shorten her down and then make the costume look right. And then paint eyes. And that's another thing. Yeah, it's either or when it comes to, because I can't remember if it was before that happened or as it happened. I was like, well, this isn't my X Factor. I'm out. But I see a lot of love for the Havoc, Polaris, Strong Guy, Multiple Man, Wolfsbane. And when it comes, I'm not sure, or maybe I have opened the Havoc and Polaris 2-pack, but I've never built Strong Guy. I've opened a couple of the figures to get the X-Force figures out, and then put the cards, the boxes back on the wall with the Build-A-Figure pieces in them to keep from losing them more than anything. Shut up. Oh, and then, yeah, there's not a Colossus head in here. I don't know what I'm doing with Colossus yet, though. He's got just enough changes to make it look odd if you don't make those changes. I've half thought about using the Marvel Select's too big, but I like it. I like the shape of it. I just wish the whole thing was squashed down a bit, because he was thinner, he wasn't just a big massive metal muscle. Ooh, I'm excited about that new Havoc, even if I have to paint a little silver on the neck. Oh, and I love X Factor Investigations too. I want that Jamie more than anything. The one we got was okay, but yeah, I want that Madrox. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with more multiple mans, right? Multiple men. The X-Men Classics Legends Colossus is still the best. Kind of joiny, but I never got the astonishing version of that. I had a trade going for it, and the other person never sent. Sounds a good thing. And I don't remember why I never grabbed it after that. Yeah, I've heard that. But I also like that the torso, well, at least the top, you can take that off, and it's got sculpt underneath. Cat Beast in a lab coat. You know what? I'm working on the Astonishing team. And that's not me going, hey, this is not me. Well, I've got my Astonishing team. To hell with everyone else. I hope they never make them, because I'd buy those too. But I need a new X-Men team too. I know that's not everyone's favorite, but I like the black leather. I like how they all matched up. But I just want Emma, Cyclops, Beast, Wolverine, and Jean. And if they want to give me more, I'm good with that too, because I need Kid Omega. Some of the students would be, Glob Herman would be fantastic. No, I didn't. Oh, no, there we go. No, I didn't. The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. Does that have something to do with Cable or something? You know what? That came out way better than I thought. Because when I first picked that base body, the Hasbro Beast, as is, with this head on it, I thought, man, that's terrible. But putting the new head on it and having it larger, and it kind of makes the rest in proportion, and then throw a new paint job on the fur. I like it a lot. And it wasn't even working for me until I made the colors match up from top to bottom. And I hate when that happens. You're halfway through and you're thinking, "Oh, this ain't working." You almost lose the will to finish it, but I went ahead and wasn't doing anything else. So I went ahead and threw some paint on it. Telepathic pink guns. Uh-oh. I don't remember that. I missed a lot of characters there for some years. Dust was cool. Dust would be neat to have. Moffett's astonishing X-Men once they're done with the Jim Lee team. Seems like they've already got the Cyclops. I mean, really, when you look at the astonishing, it's just the figures they already have or will make for the Jim Lee team. Well, they have a Cyclops X Factor version. You just throw some seam lines on that, and boom, you have astonishing. Some bands around it and stuff. It's just most of those costumes are tweaks of other costumes. That's why I like them. The King Guns Quentin Quire. I thought he was is he telekinesis too? I need to go back and read a bunch of comics. I blame Robo for I'm forcing you pick up custom parts to upgrade my figures. It's just fun. You're addicted to fun. Oh, yeah, it's getting about that time, isn't it? Oh, damn. I'm 30 minutes over. How dare y'all? Oh, dude. I want some ecstatics. Definitely. We got dupe. They teased us. Oh yeah, it's not so much that I have anything against it. That I just was never into that team, and I need a Guido on the shelf eventually when I have more space. Someday, that's the plan. I'm going to have some kind of outside presence for the collection. I'm going to move all of my camera stuff out to there and allow this to be a bedroom again, and then I'll have shelf space or new displays. I'm going to make them dust color. They're going to be brown. What color is dust? It depends on what it lands on, right? Yeah, and dupe was just a pack in. I still got it though. It's on the shelf. It's on a flight stand. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I for me going, should I live stream? Should I just skip it since Vibes isn't on? It's been very. That was a very lackluster. It was more exciting than that. Don't tell Vibes that Robo rocks. Quite well. I like playing off people too. I like having a back and forth conversation too. But that's what we're doing, right? Having a back and forth conversation. I apologize. I haven't been able to keep up. Y'all are crazy. I've missed a lot of comments, but is dust not gray? Should I do some gray shelves? Oh, I should reverse the order. Gray shelves, black background. Or black wall, right? Right now it's gray wall, black shelves. Hmm. Get a Fwoosh intern. No. I'd almost be like, don't touch my toys. You're just here to praise me. You're here to lift my spirits when I'm feeling low. Give me compliments and don't touch anything. Yeah, sit down. No, I'm kidding. Probably not. Mondays, I'm kind of still enjoying easing back. That's why I've gotten so much customizing done. I did not realize for a year that I was doing Sundays and Mondays and Wednesdays and last Fridays of the month and then wherever else. That's with videos. So since I've slowed down, I've had a lot more time to play No Man's no what is it called? No Man's Sky and do some customizing, some special effects. I'm working on some stuff, uh, learning editing programs some more. I don't know, watching more wrestling. Black shelves look best with lighting, or else go lighter. Yeah, I'm gonna go lighter next time if it comes around. Oh, I didn't get Swamp Thing. I've thought about it. Haven't seen Gus in a while. I'm afraid of I have a lot of fun whenever I get into like Gus or Beef Boss, but I'm so afraid of running in anything into the ground. That's why, Boo This Man it has drifted away and Robo Don't Know and stuff like that. I'm so afraid of running it into the ground because that's one of my pet peeves is repetition or monotony, I guess. I don't want to just oh, here it comes. Here comes Robo Don't Know. Oh, here it comes Boo This Man. So I hit it hard for a little bit and then ease back and then just pop it in every now and then. I don't or Bright White. Yeah. It feels like it's been a while. Oh man, that's all we can do, man. Just keep on relaxing. I honestly don't know how I did it last year. Because it almost felt like the wife would be, "Are you live streaming tonight?" "Yep, gotta eat." Get in there. It'll never get old because it is a continuous thing. I just haven't made a big deal about it. Oh, yep, I don't know about this property. Let's just ramble about something else. And you can buy it here. You know what? That's one of my dad's favorite parts too, which is weird to hear my dad go, "You know what I like when little you pops up and makes fun of you." I'm like, "You watch the weekly?" Godzilla is going to stick for well, if I when I talk about Godzilla. Keep them wanting more. That's it. Yeah. Don't give them everything. Hit and run. Another thing is the whenever I say something and it's a song lyric and it sticks in my head and I automatically have to that's just me. That's I've been doing that for 20 years. That's how we used to amuse ourselves at the metal shop, having a conversation, or that we'd have a meeting and the bosses would be talking and they would say something, so I would have to sing it under my breath, and people would start laughing, and then I'd get in trouble. It's like, I can't help myself. It's there. Oh man, and the bread and butter dance. That's been a while too, huh? Oh, Eric, just noticed that the Mafex X-Force DP doesn't come with guns, but has 4 different head sculpts. A good trade-off to me. Yeah, I like extras. And does it come with trigger fingers? I can't even remember. When it comes, when it, I mean, end of the day, as the philosopher would say, I have a lot of guns in bins and boxes just hanging out that I could give these things, but I guess it's the thought behind it. Oh, we better take away these guns, but give you battle axes and knives because kids can't get a hold of those, and swords, and I don't know. At some point, you have a lot of guns, and that's what it comes down to. I can give the guns, but I can't. Does it become a rather situation? Either or? Would you rather have guns or would you have extra heads? I can steal guns or find guns, or people can cast guns and I can throw a black paint job on them, give it a silver dry brush. But extra heads and hands, those don't work so well. Okay, heads maybe, but then you have to paint the eyes and stuff. If gun to my head, gun to my head, I'd take the extra heads, I guess. Motorheads. Heeds. I could steal guns from anybody. Yeah, yeah, that is true too. I mean, there's always another. I try to say it every time, but I forget sometimes that there's people starting this every day. People showing up on forums, social media, in the comments section. I see it all the time. Man, I wish I could get this thing for less than $100 that it's going for on eBay. It is. I just like jumping in my ship and flying. I'll warp or hyperspeed or whatever just to see the pretty colors. Yeah. In fact, I grabbed a vintage grifter off eBay. Was I talking about it last Wednesday night on Dave's live stream? I ended up buying one right after the stream because I'm going to have to make another custom. Plus, it comes with the guns. What sucks is I think I originally had this is the vintage. I say vintage. It's the toy line from the 90s. That's the head. And I think I got the guns with it and the body's laying around somewhere, but at this point, gone. It's lost to the sands of this messy ass toy room. No. I'm only I only play the character on TV. I'm not awesome. I didn't even want to. Yeah, no. Do I try to modify Star-Lord's guns or give him the staple gun look? Oh man, that's another reason I got the vintage figure was to get a staple gun, but it only comes with one, and I'm going to make 2 grifters. I am, but that was another reason for ordering another grifter, so I can get this head, keep the French fry hair on it, come up with a more 90s body with the straps, and then give them the greener trench coat. And then give that one the staple gun and swap this out for a more realistic gun. Then I have my modern and I have my classic. I'm at the age where talking about the 90s is classic or vintage that's wrong. People have been talking about that. Was there an interview with Shartimus or something that he talked about making accessories packs that aren't DC, but they happen to be compatible with DC, kind of like Mezco's doing? I get that. I really do. But I kind of like it with that costume. It's just him. It's like he was just walking out on the streets, casual clothes, and I gotta do grifter things. Grifter mask. Grifter. We're getting to the point where yelp. Classic rock from the 90s and 2000s. Bullshit. Staple gun plus Robo is Necro Butcher. Actually, do I know people that cast? Yeah, the Ultraman. Oh, wait, Ultraman, was that an Image character? Yeah. I wasn't a big Image guy. My buddy was. He'd buy the comics and look at the pictures. And I'd ask him, what's that comic about? And he'd go, I don't know. I don't read them. I just like the art. And then I'd flip through them. But I never read a bunch. But they were fantastic looking teams. Classic rock. I don't know. I've heard the 90s station going classic. The Ford 94.1. Classic rock. Rocking your ears off. I want a new Savage Dragon body figure, although I still have a couple of the Toy Biz figures that I bought for some reason. It was custom. At the end of that comic book heroes, whatever the Toy Biz line was, those figures were going for like $1, $2. And I picked up a few. And the Body Bags 2-pack and the Conan 2-pack, I picked those up for like $4 a piece. I've still got 2 of each in there, I think. Who would win, Bane or Rhino? Well, Spider-Man's beat Rhino a lot more times than he's beat Bane. You can quote me on that. So Bane wins. Legendary comic heroes. There you go. I can't even remember the words that came out of my mouth just now. Yep, I did. I haven't dug into it. I haven't researched it yet. When it gets closer to Friday, I'll be looking at it, but I'm interested. I want to see some stuff because they're talking 1/12, right? Yeah, you got to think. Oh, where'd you go? Yeah, with the Nightfall stuff, right? Medicom's got to give us a Bane, and you know what that means? That means a whole review of doing Bane voice. Shit, yeah! I'm always looking forward to that. Who wins, Nightwing or Daredevil? Spider-Man's teamed up with Daredevil way more times than he has Nightwing. Nightwing wins. The Max Modern figure. Well, you could just buy the Shocker, right? Do we even want to bring that up? Oh, did they? I missed that. If they did, that'd be cool to see Zorro. I'd buy all the Zorros in a 6-inch scale, and the Phantom. I've been tempted by the NECA, and I think Veeb said at one point that I had said that I wanted them, and I think it's in my pile at his house. But I would take a 6-inch Phantom, Danny or otherwise. Super, yeah, Spock. You showed up 44 minutes after I was going to get off here. Superman versus Thor. Well, Spider-Man's hung out with Thor. Superman wins. Savage Crucible. I'm going to look into it some more, but it's a new toy line by My Action Figure Customs. Is that doing 3D prints and stuff? But it looks like kind of scaled down. And I don't want to make any comparisons yet because I haven't looked. But kind of Mythic Legions-y. I think they've done customs for Mythic Legions before, or they work with custom Mythic Legions. Again, I need to do some research. No, I didn't. It's a little too bulky for my taste, and I don't have a lot of. If I want Batmans, I want Batman. Batman. There's your little sneak peek into filming the weekly that you don't see in the video. Is me all, yeah, toys. Toys. Yeah, I have to cut a bunch of that out. You know what? I kind of Dark Claw, was that the Batman Wolverine amalgam? Wade has many more Spider-Mans. Robo wins. I have. I started it. Why would you cut that out? Because people are like, here's $1, buy a new light. Oh man, no kidding. Why haven't we got a happy Superman yet? Okay, we're gonna stay on till 5 because at this point we might as well. It's a nice even round number. But yeah, all of our Spider shit, I've said Spider-Man too many times. All of our Supermans are like angry or indifferent. Cyber Force from that era image would make great toys. I always forget the name. It's another thing that we've talked about in live streams before. What's the team that hunted the vampires and the werewolves? And the werewolves were like elongated, and they did they turn gold until the one Snake Eyes guy turned glowy blue, and the figure had a red variant. Wetworks. There you go. Yeah, I remember reading some of that. That would make cool figures, even though they all look like the exact same, just different shapes and sizes. That yeah, that would be a cool figure team. Because I'm a sucker for that thing. Like what was the not Grifter's team? Spartan. I can't even remember the name of the teams, but I had the big purple and green guy that would grow. Oh, Smoking Joe, is this the last Friday of the month? It is. Holy shit, time flies. Maybe I'll talk to Wade. He may be mad at me because I asked him if he was going to be by Disney to pick me up one of those Diamond Select Chewbacca's, and he said, "Yeah, I'm not going to be at Disney soon, but I'll try." I was like, "I'm not in a hurry. I just wanted to cut up." And then I never heard anything back. So we'll see. He'll hit me up Thursday or Friday. Wildcats. Then there was another team that had that also had Granite. Who had Granite? He was the big guy on that team. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm picturing all these teams and they all have kind of the same basic layout, right? It's just the X-Men with different powers and costumes with the big mountain thing, big muscle guy, and then the ninja guy or girl, young blood. Bad Rock. Granite, Bad Rock. It's all the same. Gen 13 was another one of those. Every character was different. Rainmaker and Grunge and Fairchild and it's been a long time. I always wanted to tattoo. What was the DV8? Was that the offshoot of Gen 13? The people with powers that didn't make the team or their powers messed up. Was it Damaged Batch tattoo that they had? But that was the 90s. I never got that tattoo. Stormwatch had Fuji. That's right. Oh, what's happening, Jacob? Would love to own a newer version of a battle damaged Spider-Man. One of my favorite figures I owned in the past. Yeah, Dave popped up with the original Spider-Man Classics battle damaged Spider-Man with the torn mask and stuff. I'd go. I think I'd be down for that. It would be a unique sculpt though that they couldn't use for anything else, which I always go to. I know they do figures that don't require reuse, but then they could come out with a bloody version, have blonde hair sticking out of one, and make it a Ben Riley version. Maul. Was Maul one of those big guys? Oh yeah, Maul was the big purple and green guy that somebody said Hulk. I know you. I just see you messing with me. Uh, Maul was Wildcats, right? If only I had access to something, some kind of information device where I could type something in like big green, purple, and image guy and look at pictures and see what's actually going on. I am having a great day. I got to stream for 3 hours, hang out with y'all, and I got groceries. I think I'm having chicken tonight. Oh, yeah. At the time, I was like, I don't need these. Box. I threw some of them away, I think. But now, 20 years later, I'm taking pictures and stuff. I sure wish I had that Daredevil window with that ledge that you could stand them on. It'd probably be kind of small with the new sizes, or since they've kind of grown in size over the years. But regrets, I've got a few. I hope Bane kills Batman. That's not me just saying that. That was a comment. Oh, but I've set it up now where every other Sunday I go to my parents' house, and the alternating Sundays I jump on this stream. Mama can't be mad at me. Review the groceries. Best troll since dance. What did I buy? I didn't buy anything out of the ordinary. Just usual stuff. It's gotten to where I go and here's this. Just push it into the cart. Flock you! I'm clotheslining food into my basket. What is the most underrepresented film series you'd like to see more of in the Black series? Oh. My brain went to Outlander, the comics, the comic arc in the Star Wars series from the 90s. Was it 90s? Had to be 90s, 2000s, somewhere in there. Underrepresented film. We got some Solo stuff. We got some Rogue One stuff. What am I thinking? The Ewok movies? You know what? It's been since that time that I've seen the Ewok movies. Black Sun. And even though I wasn't into Shadows of the Empire much, I'd take a Shizor and the rest. Actually, I was just looking the other day. If you look up Black Chrysanthemum, there's a couple of pictures where it's like, here's the Book of Boba Fett version, and here's the comic book version, and they show Snuva. I'm like, no, stop that. But I'll take a Chewbacca in disguise. Hello there. Outlander was coming out around Phantom Menace. So yeah, so it'd be after that, huh? Man, I love that series. We got the Aura Singh. That's something from that series. We still need Sherrod Het and A Sherrod and in his Tatooine Tusken gear, and then the Coruscant Jedi training gear. That's the one I really wanted, was that other one. And Ki-Adi-Mundi and his big hat. Need more female Jedis. Need more prequel Jedis. Need a Savage. Dash Rendar. I know more about Shadows of the Empire from the figures at the time. But is that still canon? Or has that been done away with? No, well, I guess it doesn't matter. They're making figures of Kyrkanos or Connor Jax, whatever they want to call them. Bat Bones. Heir to the Empire, Crimson Empire, Night Sisters. We got to get Connor Jax, right? Out of the two, I'd prefer that one because of the color scheme. Oh, That's just having fun, just talking, just hanging out. How much of your online time is spent on a computer and how much do you spend on your phone? Am I the only person who never uses their phone? I almost hate to answer that question because it is far too much. And even you know, if you're on your phone, you're usually on social media and you run across these posts. I've gotten to where most of my stuff is toy news, and I am still on way too much just talking about toys or watching people talk about toys, comment sections, forums, Twitter, not so much Facebook anymore, YouTube comment section. Although I don't know if it's thicker skin at this point or what, but I don't have near the problem I used to have with YouTube comments. So it's usually pretty tame, pretty insightful. I mean, I still get the talk about 18 different figures from 6 different companies, 10 different properties. And the comment that just hits me right in the every time is the one that sucks. And I ask them, well, what did you like? And it never comes back. There's never a reply to that. They only want to talk about the one figure they hated out of all that. Oh, Bionic. Planning on getting the Victory Royale Scientist or Foundation. I actually canceled my Scientist. Hey, wait, which is the one that's been on pre-order on Pulse for a year now? I ended up canceling, and I canceled my Fortnite Snake Eyes. I decided I don't need another Snake Eyes. I know it's crazy, but like I said, I'm finally practicing what I preach about. Hey, you don't have to buy everything. You know, you can cut back in places, and it won't hurt. Foundation is the one from last year. Yeah, I ended up canceling, and well, I don't know. I custom foddered the other one. I'm on, and I still like Fortnite, and I'm still grabbing the wacky ones, the ones I really like. I'm not grabbing the ones that are just like, oh, I need it to see what's going on. There's going to be a lot less of that too. Test driving figures, unless it's a new line or new something. Scientists just shipped. And it's nothing against the figures. I can't afford to do it all anymore. Keep distracting them. Oh no, I'm watching the clock. You got 1 minute. Man cakes. See, yeah, I'm still going to pick up stuff like that because that is oh, nearly got me cussing. Fantastic. That looks amazing. Concept, execution. Just oh yeah, I need that in my life. Then you're going to see him for, as long as we saw Beef Boss and then fade away. I want I want a Nisa. I want a Wicket. We don't even have him yet, but yeah, I'd take a Princess Nisa too. If that was the animated series, that's another thing. I don't remember a lot of the droids. A little of the Ewoks, none of the droid series. Oh, you know what? Bread would be pancakes, wasn't it? Earlier, I was like, who has bread? The hot dog guy does, but I guess Mancakes has a little bread in his butter in his bread. Speaking of buying less, I know you are in on Crocker, but what about the season turtles? Does the Mezco announcement change anything? Yeah, it's like I said earlier. I'd be completely okay if Furay or Union, whatever name they're calling themselves this week, just moved away from the turtles altogether. I'd be happy with the one Leonardo just to have that look. Well, it would kind of hurt if they didn't release that Donatello they already showed. But it seems like this is a safer direction for longevity, for their own legal sake, would be to go this direction with the animals. And I'm all for a company making their way in the world today because it takes everything you've got. Sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Oh, 5 o'clock. Be careful. That's what I do. I'm hanging out. I've spent many an hour at gas stations or workplaces talking to people about stuff that they don't work on. At least before this whole YouTube live stream thing. On that note, off to the bar. Yep, it is 5:02. That's about the time I kicked on. Oh, I appreciate it, Ray. No, they still pop up, but they're not appearing near as much. Like I said earlier, I don't want to annoy people with it. I don't want to drive it into the ground. That's one of my pet peeves when I see other things, or TV shows that just same joke over and over. I try to change it up. And it's not even on purpose sometimes. It's not even consciously in the back. Even I'll be some weeks on and go, well, I haven't even pulled Beef Boss off this cinder block that he's standing on. You don't even want, you don't want to see the rest of the review room. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out, hanging out. I know Veebs wasn't here, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on anyway. It's always fun. It's been a while since it's just been us without that Veebs guy or that Dave guy all trying to take up all the space, trying to butt in on us talking back and forth. Oh, I still say we'll get more Beef Boss when Hasbro releases more G.I. Joe. Yeah, that's where he does seem to pop back up, is the Cobra Special Agent. Good night. Thank you for finally noticing my comments. Like I said, it's going fast. That Dave guy, he is a troublemaker. He should eat more zingers. I will. I'm about to go in there, cook it. Yeah. Trying to muscle in. No, thanks. No, really, thanks for coming and hanging out here. I enjoy this every now and then. just sitting down talking, not typing out comments or replying to messages or stuff, because I'm terrible at that too. Y'all know. Some of y'all know. You probably have Instagram messages waiting unread, and it piles up. Sometimes you got to get away from it. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Make sure next Sunday about this same time, Dan Who's doing his duck races and drinking and talking about toys and having guests on and stuff. That's usually where I am. I'm popping in and out usually on Sunday or every other Sunday. But then we'll be back around. Veeb should have seen there. I'm back at Pat Zinka. He'll be back in 2 weeks. I don't know what else to say. Are we going to end this awkwardly? Craig Ferguson style? Just awkward silence? Did I miss anything? You're way late. You missed it all. Flock you later. Flock all y'all later. That's what I'm saying. I'll see you next time. Love you all. Bye-bye.